you play Genshin Impact, these websites are going to save you hours. I'm going to list the best, most helpful, cool Genshin Impact websites that will make your life much easier. I've decided to split this into different sections. First, we have exploration websites. The interactive map. There's two versions of this, official and the unofficial one. I think the official one is better. This is an amazing tool. It has every single chest, shrine of depth, puzzle, item, mobs, whatever, marked out exactly on the map and the solution for them. Isn't that cool? You can either use this to completely explore out a place and get it 100%, or just regularly explore and run around. And then if you ever get stuck on a stupid puzzle, just use the interactive map and you'll see exactly how to get the chest. It's a really neat tool. It also has a lot of other cool features. Just check the website out. The next website is KyoStinV, the GOAT of Genshin exploration. It is because of this dude that I managed to 100% the Sumeru fucking desert. He has complete, easy to follow chest guides for almost every region in Genshin Impact, an amazing accent, and also routes for every single material. I always have this guy's video open on a second device or monitor when I need to pick any flowers or want to explore a new area. Also makes guides for finding oculi, world quests, shrines of depths, and whatever else you may need. Next, I want to talk about the Xiao mains on YouTube. A lot of world quests and demon story quests sometimes are really annoying and you really don't know how to solve the puzzle. If you ever come across such a scenario, just search the exact thing the game shows you on YouTube and one of these guys' video will show up and then you will get your answer. These guys make it seem so simple and they have a video for every single part of every single little quest that exists in the game. Next, I also want to mention Game8, but only for exploration, okay? Game8 also has pretty good world quest guides if you want to check it out, but I wouldn't recommend it. Next is my favorite section of websites, minmaxing / theory crafting / endgame. First up, we have Genshin Optimiser. Genshin Optimiser optimizes your builds. You can upload all your artifacts, weapons, characters, whatever through inventory camera if you're on PC, or cope with Artiscan if you're on PS5 or mobile like I did a long time ago. Import your characters to Enka.network, and then after you set up a team and all your buffs, admittedly at first it isn't that user-friendly, but you will get used to it. It will scan through all your artifacts and give you the most min-maxed, calced out best build for your DPS so you can inch out more damage and more importantly, rank higher on Akasha Leaderboards. You can also compare how much better one artifact is than the other or how much difference a better weapon makes, and overall it is a really useful website. Next is the Gcsim database. Gcsim is a team DPS calculation or combat simulation tool for Genshin Impact. Basically, it calculates the overall damage dealt by any team and the damage per screenshot of it and a lot more useful stuff, like the damage distribution by each character, reactions per second, energy regeneration, blah blah blah. But the important thing is you can use the team database for anything. Want to see how much damage per screenshot Mawika Premium C0 R1 has and blindly compare that to Nervalat Premium? Sure you can. Want to see how much damage difference Nilu's R1 is over Dockhand in her Bloom team? Sure. Want to see the difference between C2 Nahida or Raiden? You can. You can compare any weapon or constellation or change talent level or artifact set or stat and see how much of an effect that has on overall team damage. It is so fun to mess around with. You can also see a lot more useful information if you want to go deeper, like vape or bloom ownership or consistency, and since like 90% of the user submitted configurations use KQM standard artifacts, also compare different teams to see how much of an upgrade different characters are. If these numbers mean nothing to you, I'll put up some text for reference. Next is the energy recharge calculator. This is an amazing tool or a spreadsheet because a lot of us struggle with not having enough ER or not knowing how much ER a character needs in a specific team comp with a weapon because it varies a lot on a lot of factors. But this easy to use, user-friendly spreadsheet gives you a nice number of how much ER to actually build to consistently get your burst back depending on your team. You can alter it if you have a different rotation or if you don't use Fab, etc, etc. But overall, it is a neat little tool and I use it quite a lot. Next, we're moving on to the websites that help you build your characters and learn more about them. Number 1. Kaching Main Guides. KQM is the largest theory crafter group in Genshin, and they're an amazing community with so many useful guides. If you ever want to read deeper into a character's kit or actually understand them and what their talents do, go to KQM. Even their non-detailed quick guides tell you everything you need to know. They go detailed on weapon choices and artifact sets, and especially stats and ER requirements based on different teams too. Most helpful, in my opinion, is the combo section and the team building part. They show which teammates the characters works with, explains why they work with them, and gives great team options along with the exact rotation of how to play them. Absolute top tier build guides, much better than most content creators. They also have a large theory crafting library and a welcoming Discord server if you're interested. If you don't want a detailed build guide, you can also check out this website. It gives you the basics of what you need to know, like artifact sets, the correct stats to use, good weapon options, and a brief explanation of their kit. Now the next website, believe me or not, is Reddit. Seriously, not for what you think though. If you want to know everything about a character, what their best team, what is their damage per rotation, then just search up and you'll get a full explanation of their kit and some really useful sheets like this. Here you'll be able to find rotations for literally every single team of that character. And it's detailed, half of them even have YouTube links. And then you'll also be able to find complete calculations for weapons, artifacts, they'll explain team building, and a lot more. You'll also generally be able to find complete team calculations, if you're lucky. And through these sheets, you'll be able to learn a lot more about the character. Next up, for general utility websites, we have Enka.network. Here you can enter in your UID, like I am of my odd account, and then you will be able to get a nice card where you can see and share your builds to other people, and you can ask for advice such as in Discord servers. Another one is Akasha.cv, the famous leaderboards website. It tells you what top % your build is in the world, and it has many leaderboards. It tells you the roll value of each of your pieces and what stats can be upgraded. Also, you can go look at other people's builds to get a good reference as to what your stats should look like. However, you should not judge builds by Akasha rankings alone. More of a fun website to see how well your rank is compared to others and how good your artifact luck is. Next is the Genshin Impact Enhancement Progression Calculator. This is an official Hoyoverse website and it's really user-friendly, and the advantage is that it's linked directly to your account. So it knows all your characters and their levels and their talent levels, your weapons, your inventory, and your items. You can add characters or weapons like so. Tell them what level you want to get them to, and it will tell you what to farm, exactly how much to farm, and what you can farm today. It's also linked directly to interactive maps, so that's nice. Try it out the next time you're building a character. Next is the Genshin Wiki. This is the best website in the entire game that's hosted on Fandom. I'm sure you all have visited at least once. It's got everything you need, literally. The best website for lore recaps and detailed explanations. If you forgot what happened in the Cataclysm or some limited event, it's got a page for that. And for every single quest, it even goes deep into ICD mechanics and gauge units and damage formulas, explaining everything. It shows whatever you need to know about any character's kit, how much they apply, all their talents, their scalings, their stats, what they need, etc. It shows all the enemies and bosses' mechanics too in detail, and overall just a great website for anything. And for example, if you wanted to get a list of all the birthday arts, it's right there. If you wanted to know what bait to use for a fish, it's right there. Amazing resource. If you want to know how much HP a local legend has, you can search it up. Next is Paimon.mo. This is useful for saving your wish history. Since Genshin Impact only saves your history from the past 6 months, I think. It also says what is your luck based on other users' wish history, gives a lot of insight into your pulls, and has other features too, like seeing how long a character has been waiting for their rerun, etc. It's a cool utility website overall. I periodically import my stuff there, but it's not really the most useful website. It's never bad to know how good or bad your gacha luck is. Lastly, I want to talk about this Homdgcat.wiki website. This is a leaks website. I don't know if I should talk about leaks, but this is an amazing, trustable one. You get full details on upcoming characters, you can read their talents and constellations, and get a great idea of their kit along with their signature weapons. It also shows what to pre-farm for them. The more useful thing this website shows is future Abyss resets, Stygian onslaught details, and even Imaginarium theater. And this is so helpful because once you see the enemy lineup, Abyss Blessing, and the bosses, you know what characters to build for, what teams to make, and it also tells you how to actually counter the bosses and their mechanics. It tells you all their details like their HP and their attack, and overall it is a great website that I find myself using quite a lot and probably will tomorrow when the Abyss resets. It explains all the mechanics of the bosses, the new ones, and how to counter them. That is the end of the list of websites that I personally find useful, and you will too. I thought of adding even more websites, but honestly that would be a bit of an overload. These are just the famous ones that everyone knows and uses. If you know any other websites, make sure to comment them down below, and thanks for watching. So let me know if you want to see regular gameplay content like me building characters or spending thousands of resin on artifacts, seeing how that turns out, etc. But for now I think I will stick to guides and top 10s and such.